Hey all, welcome to Cloud Hub. My name is Ramesh Dureswamy. I am a certified Kubernetes application developer, certified Kubernetes administrator. I work as in cloud architect. So I just wanted to let you guys know like what are the process of the steps that I have followed to clear these exams. So earlier I have taken the multiple Azure certifications like Azure Architect and Cybersecurity Architect kind of examinations, but all those were multiple choice. But coming to the Kubernetes, it is, all performance-based exams wherein you will be provided with your terminals and you should be good on your kubectl commands and with 17 scenarios and 2 hours of time limit, you should be able to complete your exams. So that's kind of, a task that's in front of you before when you take your CKAD exams. So the one thing that comes into mind is you need to have a good amount of hands-on practice before you appear for your exams, right? Do a lot of hands-on before you appear for your exams, right? So coming to the curriculum. So if you wanted to see for CKAD, you can see here the cost of the exam is around $395. And when you apply for your exams, you will be given uh, one retake. In case if you fail on the first attempt, you could take a second attempt for free. So that's the an offer that's being provided for this exam. Even for CKA, you will be provided with 2 attempts. In about the exam details, you could see what are the domains and the weightage that's been um, used for the exam. So application build and design, deployment, observability, security, configuration, and service networking. So these are the main asks for this CKAD. And let's come to CKA. And even for CKA, the exam cost is $395. And the domain it's predominantly related to the cluster architecture, installation and configuration, workload scheduling, services and networking, storage and troubleshooting. Suppose if you wanted to go and see the exact curriculum and the subtask which is related to the main activity, you can go to the curriculum overview and you could see the latest updated CKAD, CKA, and CKS curriculums here, right? So go to CKAD, you could see all these subtasks which is related to the application design and build. So you need to know how do you build and modify the container images, understand the jobs and cron jobs. So multi-container pod designs, what is a sidecar container, init containers, what is persistent volumes, right? So those things will come under each and every activities. If you go to CKA, could see all the sub-activities related to the main activity, workloads and scheduling, cluster architecture, services and networking, and curriculum, right? Yeah. So coming to the preparation. So these are the things that you need to browse before you apply for your exam. You need to understand where do I find the cost for your exams, where do I find the curriculum for the exams, right? So once you are up to date this, and then comes the next is how do I prepare for the exams, what kind of things that we need to go through to prepare and clear for the exams. So what I did is I have taken CKAD and CKA course from Code Cloud, which is from Momshad Monabat. So that course takes or walks you through each and every topics in an efficient way. So he starts with basic concepts. So what is a Docker? So how do you build a Docker image? What are the Docker commands? And what is the microservices architecture? And what is Kubernetes? So what is the Kubernetes architecture in the bigger picture? And then comes the application deployment, build, and deployment. Then comes the cluster modeling, cluster administrating, right? So this is how the course has been set up in Core Cloud for CKA and CKAD. So I would suggest, mm, you can take CKA and CKAD from Mumshed Maulana Abad Code Cloud. That's absolutely efficient one, I would say. So even if you take from there, at the end of the exams, Code Cloud provides you with the mock exams. You need to practice more and more on those mock exams. Then you get to know most of the commands of the kubectl commands when you try to work on those stuffs, right? And always have this habit of having the Kubernetes documentation open. So whenever you find any issues or any questions, you come here and search. If you wanted to see the pod definition file, you just go here and go to the pods, and you could see the pod YAML definition here. So this is how you need to come and do a research and work on the terminals. Even in your exams, you will be provided with the one tab where you can open your Kubernetes documentation to go through your syntaxes and apply it in your exams, right? So this is how you need to prepare for. I did prepare for my exams, and always the one and only thing that I would suggest for everyone is always try to take notes. We people are been working with machines, so we did not have the habit of writing or taking notes for a long period of time, right? So what I would suggest is, or I would reiterate is, when you start reading for CKA or CKAD, try taking notes from the start of um, your study, right? It will be pretty much helpful at the end of your course to review and see when you apply, when you go for your exams, right? Before that, you can just have a very good review with that notes. So that will not only help for the shorter span, that will help you for the longer span. Even you can take up, you utilize that notes for preparing for CKS as well. So always try to take notes, and also have some basic Linux commands, like how do you open a file using the Linux commands, and how do you copy a file from one folder to another folder. So a certain basic Linux commands will be sufficient for this exam. And once you're done with the course with CKA or CKAD, right? So then what if you feel much confident, then what you can do is you can go to killer.shell, uh, killer.shell, and so this is the killer.shell, where you can take up CKAS, CKAD, or CKA simulator, and you can just take these exams here. So killer.shell is one of the very good terminals that's being supported for the Kubernetes exams. And we have Killer Coda as well. You don't worry, I will share you these links in the description. So Killer Coda. So this also provides a simulator where you can try it out for CKA and CKAD, right? So you need to have better hands-on experience before you appear for your exams. So utilize these, take the mock exams, and work around the simulators with the Killer Shell and Killer Coda, and go through the Kubernetes documentations each and every time. Take notes and utilize the notes for preparing for your exams. Whenever you find free time, just go through those notes, right? It will be pretty much helpful for you to revise at the time of exams, right? So these are the things or the steps that I have followed to clear my CKA and CKAD, right? So always don't be in a hurry to take the exams. Take your time, try to understand the concepts, and try to apply those concepts in any of the terminals, right? And apply those comments and try to understand it. Okay, so when you feel confident, then go ahead and take up your exam. So probably, it might take 1 month for some people, probably it might take 1.5 months to 2 months for another people. So take your time, prepare well, and apply for your exams. So I think this will suffice for you guys, how to prepare and appear for your exams. So thank you so much and all the best for your exams.